How sensible is it to go for a gold loan? Should one go for a gold loan or should one not go for a gold loan? Have you already taken one or are you considering to take one? Well, my comment comes in the backdrop of the data which says that 30,000 tons of gold is there in Indian household, which means almost 100 grams per family because there are about 30 crore households. And a data came out which says 94% hike in gold loans taken by Indians in 1 year, or on Y, which is called year on year basis. Welcome to the Sharad Kohli show, which you've started watching now, where I try and bring you complicated economics, business, finance, tax, stock market concepts in a very easy language. My aim is to increase your wealth, increase your earnings, if not increase these, at least prevent you from incurring losses. So please do subscribe to the channel. This is a new channel. If you like the contents, please also press the all button where you get the notifications. That's free for you. For me, it becomes a motivation. So 94% hike in gold loans. Why? Let's understand this first. Because gold, for the people who had bought it much earlier at 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 rupees per 10 grams, well, currently it is at about 140 to 143,000. Well, obviously it had almost grown 3 to 4 times for the people who had bought it very cheap. So it meant unlocking the value, and then some people told them don't sell. So they thought, let's go and pledge this. You know, NBFCs and some of the banks, they pledge your gold and then they give you about 70-75% of the value of the gold. Obviously, after taking, if it's a jewelry, then they take out the impurities in the jewelry, they take out the net value of gold, and of that they give you about 70-75%, some 80% as well. So they thought, let's go and unlock the value. They went and unlocked the value and they took the loan. And of course, there were some who were stuck. They had taken at higher prices when gold went up to 180,000 rupees per 10 grams, $5,600 per ounce. So they bought it at higher prices. They didn't want to book the losses, and rightly so, because this can go back to that level in not very long period of time. So their money was stuck, their working capital or their money which was meant to be used for some other purpose got stuck there. So they went and unlocked that value. Better than selling, let's just unlock the value to whatever extent possible and keep the gold with us and not to book losses. These were the two prime reasons. And of course, the ease of gold loan, which these NBFCs made for people, was also one of the reasons. It becomes quite easy to take. So instead of going for a complicated loan, they went for this easy route. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of taking gold loan is the purpose of my coming before you, apart from bringing this data which came today. Now, the advantage and the biggest advantage is that you don't lose the piece of jewelry or whatever you have made of gold. It is simply pledged and kept as it is with the institution. It doesn't go anywhere. When you repay the loan, you take it back. You bring it back. And by the way, gold loans are not very long-term loans. They're not like 15, 20 years, 10 years loans. They are taken for 6 months, 12 months, 1 year, 2 years, not more than that. One doesn't go for long-term loans. So that's the first advantage. Then the ease of taking. The ease of taking is the documentation, due diligence. You know, if you compare it with other forms of loans, in gold loan, it is much easier. The interest rates are not very, very unfriendly, I would say. When you compare with some of the other loans like personal loans and so on, so the interest rates are quite reasonable. So 3 prime benefits: that you can take it back anytime, you haven't given away jewelry, the documentation is easy, and of course you unlock the value which you had. So you don't lose the emotional value which you had with the piece of jewelry. It lies safe with them and you can obviously take it back. But if you want to call this as a disadvantage, that you don't get on the full amount, and obviously so, because look at the fluctuations in the gold prices. So no NBFC can give you 100% because it will be, if the price goes down, your value of security would fall. So very often we hear these gold loan companies, they call you either to deposit more money, bring more gold, or repay some part in case there is a correction in the gold while the loan is on. But another disadvantage which some people say is that sometime when you need the jewelry, it's not there with you. You've already pledged it and you can't bring it back and wear it. So the emotional value for some time is lost. And then some people say the disadvantage psychological is that, it's not considered very good from a tradition point of view to go and pledge your gold, because this is supposed to be your musibat ka sathi. So this means you are in trouble. It is a sign of distress, is what some people say. But I thought that was more psychological, because you're doing it by your own will, and most probably not under compulsion. Even if you're doing under compulsion, you're only unlocking the value of the asset, which is not physically going away from you. And some people also say that the cumulative interest which one has to pay, because the loan is not for a very long tenure, so the interest seems quite a bit to pay. And some also say that paying of interest on the gold makes you lose the charm of the profit made on the gold because of the increase in the price. A certain charm is gone. Well, I think that was inherent to the whole system of borrowing against gold, because obviously you have to pay interest. Well, all in all, I think gold loan is a sensible thing to do, because gold is something which is to be kept for a long time. Gold is not meant for trading. Well, people who were holding gold, they became investors, and investors became traders, which is the sad part. Investors should not become traders. I repeatedly keep saying that, gold should not be traded in. Gold is something which is to be kept for a long time. Look at the situation globally. The situation is gradually building up where gold might become an asset which may be the most valuable of all your asset classes: stocks, bank deposits, real estate as well. Well, gold suddenly may get extremely, extremely important for you as an asset, something which you would be able to carry. Some even say, the doomsayers, that the value of currency, the value of paper money, the value of bank deposits, the value of real estate for that matter, because if there is a disturbance in an area, what will you do with a piece of land or your apartment or flat? You just might have to go from there. And the only thing you would be able to carry is gold. So gold loans make sense. But the advice is, don't take it for a very long time. Try and keep it short. Try and keep it handy for your short-term liquidity needs. Don't look at very long-term, like a housing loan you're taking for 10 years or 15 years, because gold prices fluctuate. And there may be a time where you may be needing that piece of gold for yourself. You may want to sell it. You may want to liquidate it. Or you may just like to move from there. And you would not appreciate gold being lying at a particular branch of that NBFC while you are physically away to another place, and sometimes quite far as well. So that becomes very, very inconvenient for you to go and unlock or take it back. So this whole gold loan mechanics, I hope some part of it may have become clear to you. If you like the contents of this channel, please do press the like button. Offer your comments. Do you take gold loans? Do you like gold loans? Are you planning to take a gold loan? Do you hold a lot of gold? Obviously, you may not like to say that on comments, but then at least you can comment about what are your thoughts about gold loan. I would love to hear them. And my aim for the people who already subscribed to this channel is to please spread the word about the formation of this channel. It's very, very new. From today onwards, my aim would be to have one useful video for you every day. This video may be relating to your personal tax, personal financial management, investments, banking, stock markets, macroeconomics, microeconomics, clarifying the concepts to you. My whole purpose would be for the 8 to 10 minutes which you spend on this particular channel should turn out to be the most useful part of your day. And then, as with the flux of time, part of your life. Namaskar.